In Reading Workshop, we are learning to notice when a character acts out of character and identify the motivation behind the change in behavior. Today we're going to use Esperanza Rising to find those moments. I want you to write down the Walt in your notebooks and also make sure you put the date in the corner. You can pause the video to write it down and then start it up again when you're ready. Okay, so my first example, this is Esperanza Rising. I'm on page 45. And in this place, what has happened is that Mama, if you'll see where I highlighted, just agreed to the proposal from Tio Louise. And she says that she'll consider his proposal. I think that this was clearly an out of character move from her because she didn't want to marry him before. But here she's agreeing to. So what I did was I wrote a little something about it. I stopped and jotted about her change in behavior and then the motivation why she did that. So I wrote, in this part of the book, Mama makes a decision that's out of character and shocks Esperanza. She doesn't want to marry Tio Louise, but she agrees to it. I believe, so that first part, change of character, a little bit I explained the change, and then I wanted to write why I think she did it. So I believe that Mama makes this decision because she wants to protect her family. That's why I think that she agreed to it. Lying about considering marrying Esperanza's uncle is her way of getting some time to come up with a plan. Now, the other thing that I could do here, and I thought about it, what is find a place in the book to support my thinking. So I'm saying that, right here she's trying to buy some time, and that's why she's considering his proposal. If I go back to the book, and I'm looking here, they're talking in the book about it, but then on this next page, right over here, finally she said, and she said, Alfonso, Hortensia, we must talk with Abuelita. Esperanza and Miguel, come inside. You are old enough to hear the discussion. So this quote makes me think that she's coming up with a plan. And that was the reason for her out of character behavior. What I want you to do now, let's just go back to the wall and make sure that we're clear, is I noticed how the character acts out of character. Mama agreeing to think about marrying Tio Luis. And then I thought about why she would do something like that. And I said, because I think she wants to buy some time. Now, I found another quote for us to look at and for you to write a little bit about why you think, in this case, Miguel acts out of character. So I highlighted this part and it says, in a moment of self-importance, Esperanza had told all of this to Miguel. In this point in the book, Esperanza had just told Miguel that she thinks that there's a river between them. And before she talked to him about this, the book had said that they were very close, that they would play a lot together. And since he told her that, he began kind of acting out of character, and he would just and he would still be polite and call her Maxine, but there was really nothing more. It says here there was no teasing or laughing or talking about every little thing. So clearly Miguel changed and started to act out of his original character. And I want you to now stop and write a little bit in your book, in your notebook, about why you think that Miguel acted out of character. So like how I wrote it here, I want you to now try that. Make sure you include what happened to make him act out of character, and then the motivation. Why do you think he did that? Why has he changed after that moment? After you're done with that, I want you to just begin reading your books, your independent books. And then if you notice anything like this when you're reading, this is a great way to stop and jot and kind of analyze some text. So you're welcome to do that.